All right. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Let's
on
do
already in
this.
the upper left game. It's
Mm.
another episode of Who the Heck Are We? Claro Manzano, Claudia Perrine, Jay De La Cruz. We hope Lance Fernandez will be able to join in if his internet situation improves. And we have another special guest in OJ Porteria. How's it going, OJ? Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me. Everything's going well. Hope you guys are doing well.
Okay, guys.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, the champ is here, okay? So, our
Yes.
PFL, yeah.
Oh. Ganun dapat
It's here.
intro natin. The champ is here.
Champ.
Yeah, the recently concluded PFL uh, league is finished around a couple of days ago. There was a cancellation of one game, which was due to the typhoon. But yeah, United City Football Club, they were crowned champions just last Monday. So
Mm.
OJ is part of that
Yes.
winning team, and
And may I
congratulations.
say, a very dominant championship, diba?
Very prominent.
Very dominant.
Very, yeah. I was privileged, I got the privilege to watch OJ live because I was part of the PFL bubble, and damn, you can play your one touch. I kept I like the way you do your one touch. I'm
Thank you so
amazed
much.
how you could trap the ball, or yeah, you have
Thank
that good
you.
foot. Yeah, yeah. So,
We're only starting with the one touch, and you should.
yeah,
We've seen his
it's not,
footwork also.
you did a hat trick, I think, in one of the games, and I think I was announcing, and I'm like, after like your third goal, I'm like, man, UCFC, they're getting my voice tired. I'm losing my voice because of UCFC. I think you scored 10. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
were
what would have
tired
UCFC?
too.
And you were tired, right? I'm like, oh man. I'm like every after 5 minutes I have to do an announcement. I'm like, okay, that's it.
OJ's being nice. They weren't tired.
All right.
So
Go
so
ahead,
suki
Carl.
suki si OJ with announcing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
No, I
I
don't get tired of
mispronounce.
it.
Yeah, you're not. I mispronounce your name like the first two games, and then PT John, or the PFL PT. It's actually Porteria. Oh, really? And then after that, I got it all right. Yeah. So
Yeah. That's
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm kind of guilty of that too last year, so I'm sorry about that. But all
It
right, we know.
happens.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get the show on the road. You guys wrapped up the title in the PFL. Did you change your approach maybe? Because last time I think we had 24 games. Each team played 24 games, and now it's just five. It was a literal sprint. Did you change
hmm
things up in maybe your mentality?
For us, it was kind of like, how we played AFC Cup the past 5 years. So we kind of um, went forward with it like that, that every game is very important and every game's like a final. So we didn't want to slip up at all. So every single game that we took it seriously, with professionalism, and I'm proud of all the boys for doing that.
Well, that's
And
very interesting because Claro mentioned the 24 games last year compared to
Yeah.
5 this year. I'm not really a football player. I just only played football back in college as a physical education subject. Can you enlighten us for a bit kung ano yung difference non playing that much of games compared to playing this little amount of games?
So basically, last year we had 24 games or
Mm.
however much. They're divided in longer, period of time to
Longer
rest.
gaps.
To
Mm.
Yeah, and we also have like AFC Cup games, so we're traveling, this and that. So with having only 5 games, everything was in a short amount of time. So
Mhm.
it gave us little time to rest, and one draw or one loss could affect how many points we had in the league. Because if you have 24 games, you can slip up maybe one game or 2 games, and then you can come
Mm.
back. But with this one, if we lost one game, maybe our title chance would be already gone. So we had to make sure that every single game was, we were on point and we would win every game. luckily we won the league with one game in hand, so it
Mhm.
was a good season for us.
So it's like really physically and mentally excruciating to think about
Yes.
that league na it would just last for 5 games, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. I mean, you came from a pandemic. I mean, we're still in a pandemic, and
Yeah.
how was your mental aspect for your physical coming into the PFL? Like,
Oh,
what were you
Um,
doing prior to coming? I'm sure
so if you
a lot of people.
the
Yeah.
so
conditions.
if you look at my Instagram, actually, the whole pandemic, I was posting videos of what workouts that I was doing. So we never knew we were going to be playing again, but everybody in our team are professionals, and we had to make sure that whenever we do come back on the pitch, that we had to be ready, and we had to be fit, because like I said, it's 5 games, and if you don't play for 6 to 8 months and you're not conditioning yourself during that period, that first game or second game, you can get injured already. So all of us had to make sure that we were prepared and our bodies were ready for this task.
I
Right.
can
Yeah.
say you posting your Instagram workout videos made it look fun because
Thank you.
with
For
this
sure, you encourage a lot of people, diba?
oh, I'm here. I
Napadaya rin.
I was encouraged to work out more. We were stuck at home,
Did you
but
follow it? Follow it, though,
nakakagana.
Carl?
I didn't follow OJ's routine because I might trip on myself because I don't have the footwork. But it's like get moving, get moving. So I got back to skipping rope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that helps because my girlfriend is actually a fitness trainer, and she's into working out. So we were doing the videos together.
and
Mm.
then
Oh, there you go. So at least you had a partner, fitness
Hmm.
partner, to help you out in that. Wow.
Helped a lot.
What
Yeah.
about that's the physical. What about your mental? Your mental game going into the PFL. I
Mental,
mean,
we just wanted to get back on the field, because we didn't get to play for 6 to 8 months, and every single year that's all we do the whole year. We just play. So when you
mhm.
take that away from us, it's kind of like like when can we play? So
right.
when we got to play again, we were just excited, and that's all we wanted to do. So mentally, it was very refreshing to be back in that environment, to be playing again.
Right.
Mhm.
Back on the
How
field, back in nature. Your
Hmm.
what you're used to, right?
your
Your
natural
Yeah.
habitat?
natural world. Yeah,
Natural
your natural
habitat.
your
Yeah.
Yeah,
natural habitat. That's it.
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We had a bunch of guests already. So we had Jovin for Kaya, and he said when they had their first training, they all started elbowing and bumping each other. And then Enrique Ortiz from Maharlika was a guest, and he said a bunch of guys were just so happy to be on the pitch. They were just laughing during training because they were relieved. How about for you
Yeah.
guys with UCFC? How was the atmosphere in your first session, maybe back on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, everyone was excited, and you can see it with the way we were training. But there was conditions. We were not allowed to play with contact. It was only allowed to have 5 people per group. So we were kind of separated, which was a bit different. But we were happy to be back playing with the ball with our teammates again. But it was different, because it wasn't like a normal training where you can actually play.
Mhm.
There was no contact, so we had to make do with it, and there was a lot of running involved. There was a lot of running,
Sure.
which not a lot of players, enjoy. Um, but the fact that
Running.
we were back on the field was definitely worth it.
But did you
I'll just
I mean,
guys
pick.
go ahead, Claudia?
No,
It's
right,
okay
Claudia.
after.
because I
Right,
watched
Claudia.
your first game. I think it was against ADT, right? Azkals. Man,
Yes.
you guys were all both teams were aggressive. It's like
Yes.
it's like, woo, these
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. With that first game, we kind of it was our first time playing it 8 months, so we weren't used to how it was like to be on the field playing against an opponent.
Right.
But kudos to ADT, because they came out there and they were like, it doesn't matter if we're the young ones, we're gonna show them that we can be physical too, and they did a great job and made it difficult for us. But luckily, we came out with the win.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
how I said it was like you guys like were sharks that were smelling blood because you were attacking, you were like being
Yeah.
physical in the whole game. I'm like, okay, yep, they do miss football. Yep, they miss
Yeah.
football a
It
lot.
was like 80-20 per possession.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
but 82 and yeah, props to them. They held their ground.
Yeah.
I think he scored only two, like two,
I
but
think
they
it was
held their
We
ground.
only
1
scored
nil.
one.
They're
1-0.
oh one. That's right. That's
Even
right.
Yeah, even though we had the possession and we were moving the ball around, they were not breaking down, and we couldn't break their lines because they were so compact and playing together, which made it difficult for us.
Sir Jay?
That's
pero
right.
there's
It was a good
oh,
game.
pero here's one thing, no. Since going into the season, you have this thought of kasi galing tayo lockdown, di ba? Galing tayo quarantine status. Approaching the start of the season, what was primarily through your mind, now being also with UCFC? Do you think, ano yung mas priority ng utak mo? That you're just happy to be back playing football once again? Or do you have that in mind that you're gunning for the PFL title right then and there?
Yes,
Coming
we
out
want to
from
win. We want to win the PFL title every year. That's the main focus. And since we won the PFL the 3 years in a row, we knew that we have a target on our backs, and people are gonna come for us. And every time they play against us, they're gonna want to win. So we had to be ready for that. And of course, we took it game by game and didn't look too far ahead. But of course, the end result should always be the PFL title.
And
That is
then
pretty good.
just to segue, did you ever have any team scrimmages, like just you guys in UCFC before your first game with ADT?
Yes, we had maybe only one or two, but it wasn't the full field. It was
Mhm.
only 8 against 8 or 7 against 7. It wasn't
Mm.
the whole field.
Yeah. Were you guys going at it that time? Like maybe how we saw the Kaya guys. They
Kaya
were
Yes,
just bumping each other.
nagkakasakitan.
yes, it's always like that, especially when you're going against your teammates. You wanna, bring the best out of each other, and you don't want to take it easy on your own teammates. Obviously, you don't want to hurt each other, but you want to give it your all every single time, and that's what's gonna make your whole team better as a whole.
So you guys went all out right away. No more, oh, let's just get
Oh.
a feel for it first. Let's just chill
All
out.
out,
No
For
all
sure,
warm-up.
out, but
individually, you have
all
that
out,
team
but no
mentality.
injuries.
Yeah, I get you. That's like 99%, just to be sure.
Yes.
But okay, perhaps OJ, we can segue. Maybe the way you picked up the sport of football, or maybe from where you were born in the USA, it was soccer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay, so
Oh, paano yan?
um,
Give us a story about it. Kasi, di ba, kasi you were born in the United States and the culture right there in the US, it's like football or soccer. Di ba? It's like,
yes,
what, the fourth or fifth famous sport among that country, di ba?
yes, especially at that time. So my family, they don't even know anything about football or soccer. So
Mhm.
one day my brother came home from school, and there's a lot of Latinos around my area. So my brother came home saying, "Ma, I want to play soccer." So after my brother started playing soccer, I'm the bunso of the family. I have my ate and then my kuya
Mm.
and then me. So when my brother started playing football, I was like, just wanted to follow my brother. So whenever he
Mm.
went to training or whatever, I was there, and he basically taught me everything that I knew when I was growing up playing soccer.
there's one thing there that you mentioned, Latino. And when I heard that, I'm like, OJ being around maybe a Latino community in Filipinos. Is that how you picked up that footwork, or saying this will be my style of play?
You know what? What's funny is I was the only Filipino actually in my area, like to play football. I didn't know many Filipinos in our area. There was, obviously it was a diverse group, but
Mm.
not so many Filipinos where I was living.
Mm.
Yeah, because when we
Ayos
look
yun,
at
no?
it, maybe we'll proceed to this afterwards. You have friends here. I think guys who are also from like the Virginia, Washington D.C. area. You have Val
Yes.
Chauca and Jordan
Mm-hmm.
Bartlett.
Yes, yes,
They're from
yes.
the
Oh,
same
those are
area.
basketball guys.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're playing ball.
But those are basketball
Yeah,
guys.
exactly.
The funny thing is, I was playing soccer and basketball at the same time when I was younger. So
Mhm.
that's how I met all of them. You know, I was playing in a Filipino basketball league when I was maybe 6 till 14, 15 years old. So
All
I was
right. So
playing
you can
both.
play
And,
ball. You can play ball.
You can ball.
not so much anymore, but before
Uh,
the basket started getting higher and higher.
So you
uh,
traded
Uh,
off crossing over people to just,
uh,
I don't know, doing a relay or something around them. Eh? Oh,
uh.
Yeah.
so
Pero,
you guys like Val Chauca and Jordan Bartlett even when you were a kid, am I right? Or just here in
So
Manila?
no, we met over there in the DMV area through
oh.
basketball and through friends.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Claudia?
So, so, I say, go ahead, Claudia.
No, no, no. It's sige.
Sige. De, so, you have this cross between basketball and football. What made you stay with football growing up?
Yeah, considering that it's
Okay,
basketball's
so
bigger in the USA,
yeah.
but it's really
Mm.
cool that you took the beautiful game, of course.
Yeah. Well, I was the only one in my family that, apart from my dad loved basketball. So I was playing for maybe two or three soccer teams at the time, and I was also playing for a basketball team. And I remember coming home one time and I was so tired that I started throwing up. And then my mom was like, you have to choose one. You have to choose one sport because you can't be going to four training sessions in one day. And at the time, I was maybe 13 and I was already on the DC United Academy, and things were
Mm-hmm.
really picking up for me football wise.
Okay.
So I was thinking about what I really truly love and what can be my future. So I chose football.
Oh. Pero yun kaya yung ano, that's the dream that you train and train and train and you train until you're tired and you throw up, di ba? After your training.
Yeah.
That's the dream, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pero that's
My mom was like, ano ba yan?
This is where you insert the classic the Filipino
classic Filipino
lines.
Yes.
parents. Oh.
Sermon.
Yes.
No.
was
Yes.
she holding her chinelas?
No, the back scratcher? That was
Oh,
my
Yeah,
mom's
yeah.
tool. That was my mom's tool.
Oh.
wooden
she
or
was
metal?
holding it. Oh my
Wooden,
God.
wooden, wooden.
The classic wooden, eh?
The wooden back scratcher.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
so
Yeah.
what made you come to the Philippines?
Yun.
Okay, so when I was 16, I met Nate Berkey. I don't know if of course you know Nate Berkey.
yeah, of
Oh.
Play
course.
with the Azkals.
Commentating.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was playing in a pickup kind of league, and I met Nate. And he came up to me. He said, "Are you Filipino?" And I said yes. And then I asked him, "Are you?" Because I didn't think he looked Filipino. And then and he told me about Philippine national team Azkals, and I was like, confused because I didn't even know the Philippines had a national team. And he said, yeah, there's going to be a tryout in Daly City, in San Francisco. You should think about going. So I did some research, and then I decided to go to the tryout, which was 2011, like beginning of
Ooh.
2011. So
Okay.
I went
Wow,
there
that's
for
a
I
big
went there for
milestone.
2 days, and I was in high school still. I was a junior in high school, so I had to leave school just to try out. And then when I got back from San Francisco, Boss Dan called me and said, "We want you to come to the Philippines to join the team for the World Cup qualifiers," and that's how it
Wow.
started.
So
And
when
the
you
rest is
received the
history.
call from when you received that call from Boss Dan, what was going through your mind? I mean, you were 16. You're not even
Yeah,
out of high school. Yeah. So
Mm.
I was excited. I was, it wasn't anything that I ever experienced before. I didn't know what to expect, but the fact that it was a national team and it was the Philippines that was calling me, I was, no questions. I was gonna go.
and your parents, I'm sure they were very proud.
Yeah, about your parents.
Yeah, my parents were so proud. My mom actually flew me out first, so she came with me, got me
Oh, wow.
settled a little bit, and then yeah.
Did you bring the back scratcher with you? Wow.
For sure.
Okay.
That's
To
the
make sure your mother will make
Coach
sure
Dan.
that you're fit for training.
Yeah.
that's the Filipino support. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your mom right there flying out. That's
And
very interesting.
yeah,
Go ahead, Claudia. Oh,
I'm
but
glad that you actually went to the tryouts, and then
Oh,
played for the
Yeah.
come back to the Philippines, and play for the Philippines. Yeah, very
Yeah, it
proud.
was crazy experience, and I wouldn't do anything differently.
Oh,
and
yeah,
considering
you
2011,
represented it.
mm, and considering 2011 was the height of the height of the Azkals,
Yes.
diba? It was really the rise. So the recruitment was really on ice. Boss Dan Palamis searching even
Mm-hmm.
the farthest corners of the world just to get you guys
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to join the program.
And
yeah. Go
for
ahead,
me, I
OJ. Yeah.
was I was 16, right? So
Hmm.
I didn't know what to expect, and when I flew over, I was like, "Whoa, what is what is this?" I would check my Twitter, and every 2 minutes there was 100 people following me. Refreshed
Wow.
it, another 200 people. It was
But that wasn't your
overwhelming,
first time
and
to come home, right? That wasn't
no,
your
no,
first.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
so my family, ever since I was one, we would come home every year or every other year to
Oh wow.
Cavite. So yeah, my family's from General Trias, Cavite.
From the Gentry.
Yes, Gente
Taga
Senior.
Gentry pala. Oo.
Yeah. Speaking of that, your family. So you had two cheering squads in your most recent AFC Cup games in Rizal when this with Ceres. So you had the group that
Uh-huh.
Jordan Bartlett brought with Val Chauca,
Yes.
and then you had your family in the VIP section. I think
Yes.
it can't get better than that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did they somewhat did it change your mindset? Oh man, I got two close groups who were here just to watch me when you were suiting up that time in Rizal. Earlier this year only. Yeah.
No, I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and ever since I was a kid, my family would come to the games, and I always had this pressure because my older brother was really good. My older brother Ralph actually played for CSB for 4 years, and yeah, so I've always had that that pressure, that support, and if anything, it makes me want to play even better when they're there watching.
Mhm.
Gives you
Yeah.
that inspiration.
Yeah,
And just to
So,
point
definitely.
out, yeah, OJ, you've been playing with the Azkals for quite some time, but you're still at a really young age. Because I can recall when you were playing for the Azkals, even the U23 team, SEA Games,
Mm-hmm.
and the senior
mhm.
team. I'm like, wow, this new guy OJ, he's like my age plus minus, and I'm still studying, and he's already out there, making a name on the world stage. That's really great stuff, if you
Oh,
ask me.
oh,
Okay.
but considering
Thank you.
though, so since you've mentioned about that pressure that you feel whenever your brothers, your parents are watching, even your friends. So, can you recall your very first Ascals game? Especially special or make it that your first Ascals game back here, home.
Home.
Oh,
Um, I
you
remember
feel that?
playing.
Oh,
I remember playing in Bahrain. Getting ready for the World Cup qualifiers, but I didn't
mm,
have my passport yet. Um, but I think my first real feeling of being in the Philippines, playing for the Philippines, was the
mhm.
the Peace Cup, the one
Mm.
that we
Yes,
won.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was the final against Chinese Taipei, I believe,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
right.
was it was my first start for the national team. And luckily, in the first half, I was able to score. So it was my first goal for the national team. And I remember, Rizal, there was a lot of people during that game. And right when I scored, you know, it was a different feeling when you score for your national team compared to like your club team. So when I scored for the national team, I was like, wow, like this is what it's like. This is what it feels like. And it was something that I kept wanting to happen.
I think I can
Mm.
remember that goal. I think you just went past the defense, and then you had that finesse shot. It just rolled into the back of the net, and then I think you brought out the Gangnam Style. It was the thing back then.
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
my
Okay,
God.
yes.
that's the right goal. I remember the right goal.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that was the one. I don't know why I did that, but it just happened.
I was just gonna say,
Nakakakilabot yung kwento na yun, ah.
do you actually think of what you're gonna do when you score a game, like a goal? Do you have like a celebration line?
Sometimes, but that moment, I it was just like, whoa. And then I don't know why I did it. It just happened.
Okay. No, but since Claudia asked about rehearsing, you have like that thing stuck in my head, the iconic footwork dance with Jason De Jong. Did you practice
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes, we practiced this one at SEA Games in 2012, and we actually did the celebration in SEA Games after I scored against Timor-Leste. So in the Peace Cup, we did it again because we were on the field at the same time.
You know,
You know, now-
I haven't seen that dance. I don't know if I should ask you to do that now or I'll just.
I retired the dance.
Already?
All
Oh,
right.
man. Okay.
No,
No, because maybe.
Jason's not here.
Oh, man. We need to bring him back. We'll call him back out of retirement.
Or
Because
maybe you need to develop a new one.
no, because let's just say, if it happened in the 2000s, maybe it would be something like the Soulja Boy. I don't know. Because that was the dance that time. I lost
Ano
track. I lost track of
Yes,
what's
it
the
was.
dance now. So maybe we can bring you out of
TikTok.
retirement. Oh, there,
You'll come up with
TikTok.
something, TikTok dances. You'll come up with something. Kasi diba, consideration yan, that is the football equivalent to basketball's yung handshakes. Diba? They rehearse it, all those stuffs. So pag ganyan, pag sa football, yes, they're gonna rehearse that. Tapos, what made it so special, made it so rare, because you'll see it very rare. Yun nga, very rare. Pag may naka-goal lang, di ba? It's like you're not gonna
Yeah.
score a goal every time, di ba?
Yeah.
So, for sure, OJ, you need to develop one. You need to make a new one.
I'll think about it for sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to search on YouTube on that dance. Or Clara,
Baka
you can-
nandun. Baka nandun.
Yeah, Claudia, you're missing out. Because
All right.
sorry, OJ, the last thing with goal celebrations, I think even the AFC got your video of the Mr. McMahon walk in your AFC goal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't-
And
WWE has a part in my childhood, guys. I can say that. I don't know
It was
about OJ.
supposed to be it was supposed to be Conor McGregor, but
Conor walk,
yes, they said
Conor
McMahon.
McGregor walk, that
oh,
one.
they said, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I was a big WWE fan when I was a kid.
Perfect,
Oh, really?
perfect. Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, so
Okay,
we
so-
have to
wait.
correct the AFC. Okay, that's the McGregor walk, not the McMahon. Oh, we
Ah,
have
so McGregor walk, that.
it's here on Who the Heck Are We podcast. Go ahead, Claudia.
No, I was gonna say. So you were 16 then, right? Your first goal in the as an Azkals. Wow. And how long were you playing for? the Azkals?
17 when I scored. Yes.
17 when you
7.
played. And how long were you playing for the Azkals?
That was kind of the start. 2011, I was trying to get my passport, and then my first real tournament was the SEA Games, but that was under 23, so it wasn't the first team yet. And then we had a tournament for Peace Cup, and that was the first big tournament.
And then when did you retire from the Azkals?
Never.
Yeah,
I'm
OJ's.
still there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he will never retire for the
Go
Astros.
Boston.
Yeah.
No, we see.
I was
Right.
there for the latest World Cup qualifying games.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you see
Hmm.
OJ's form in PFL in 2019, leading up to early AFC. He was making that bid already to, really be cemented in that core of the Azkals. But
Oh.
the pandemic came in. But when the PFL came back, I don't know. It's like you weren't showing any signs of rust. You were still up there in the Golden Boot race. No,
Yeah, he was.
no leg aching or anything from being out of shape? No rust from finding the top
No,
corner?
we just had to, stay prepared, like I said, and whenever we're playing again, you have to be ready. So that's my main focus, is to stay focused every single time, and when I get the chance again to play on the national team, then I'll be ready for that as well.
So yeah, it was made
So,
known that you made that commitment to improve fitness, and it's something we're able to see this year. You've been more consistent and even playing at a higher level, and you're amongst the top scorers now. So we're glad to see that, and we hope that when the
Thank you.
Azkals come back, we hope to see you back with them in the international windows, whether it be the Suzuki Cup and the World Cup qualifiers. That's what's coming up next. But maybe we can go real quick with movies. Perhaps you can show your other side to fans. What sports movie maybe sticks out to you the most or inspires you maybe?
A couple of my favorites are definitely Remember the Titans and Coach Carter. So Remember the Titans, actually the school that the movie is about is the school that Nate Berkey went to in Virginia, which is TC Williams, which is only maybe 10 minutes away from my house. So that movie was actually a very inspiring movie for me. Remember the Titans, but obviously it's not a soccer movie, but it's American football. But nevertheless, it's still inspiring. It's an inspiring story. And also Coach Carter was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah, Coach Carter, approve.
Remember
everybody
the
loved
Titans
that movie.
with Denzel Washington.
That's the
Yes.
Denzel Washington movie.
Yeah, that's the one with Denzel Washington. Yeah, he was good in that movie. Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
where they did the dance, right? They did the dance. Was that the movie that they did? They danced. They were dancing, going into the
Yes, Remember
field.
the Titans. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that. And then there was I think the quarterback, because there's so many football movies, right? I think the quarterback got into an accident.
Yes.
Was that one?
Like a car crash.
Yeah, like a car
Was it a
crash.
car?
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
he was hit on the side. Yeah. That was a good. Yeah, that was a good movie. I'll check that out on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix though.
I've been missing out. I missed that
I don't
movie.
know,
I
but
watched other American football, but this one not yet. I need to watch it next.
I
Yeah.
gotta watch it again. Oh,
Yeah. But I'm sure the
good one,
movie hit you
The must
differently.
watch.
Yeah, I'm sure it hit you differently because it's around the area of where you grew up in like Virginia, maybe.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. And Denzel Washington was in it, and he's one of my favorite actors. With any movie that he's in, it's definitely a good movie. So for me, it hit me in also emotional way. With all the racial injustice in the movie, and how they had to come together as a team, no matter what color. So it was definitely a moving film.
And you said the other one was Coach Carter.
Yeah,
Yes,
Coach Carter.
Who doesn't
of
love
course.
Coach Carter? I mean,
Of course.
That's true.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
He's the
that
OG,
was a
of
good.
course.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good
I
choices,
remember
good choices. Yeah. Yeah, but
We should, hindi. For one thing, no, we should make like a scorecard of the movies sa mga nagiging kasama natin dito, no. I remember Coach Carter's being was chosen by a lot of our guests, diba? So let's add OJ to that
Yeah,
list.
yeah, we can add it also. Coach Carter, I don't know if someone doesn't check Coach Carter. Let's take down the person's episode, but you're good, OJ. You chose Coach Carter.
how many times have you
Yes.
watched Coach Carter? How many times have you watched Coach Carter?
I don't know. Too many times.
And what's your favorite?
I've watched it a lot of times.
What's your favorite scene?
Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fears are powerful beyond measure.
That's it. That's it.
or
Right?
the scene where he knocks on Samuel L. Jackson's door, and his uncle just got shot, and he just starts crying.
Timo
Yeah.
Cruz.
Definitely emotional.
Yeah.
Timo Cruz,
Timo
yes.
Cruz. Yeah,
And it's fantastic how OJ delivered that line. Para bumuelo siya. He wanted like, to deliver it like the way Timo Cruz delivered that one. Yung buelo niya, he had that pause. Diba?
Inhale
And
mo na.
and when you say it, gives you goosebumps, right? And like uh,
Definitely.
inspiration. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a good film. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
It
that
gets every athlete every time.
was the highlight, I believe, also of the
Uh,
of the movie. But um, did you ever get into punishment like the way Timo Cruz was punished in the movie?
That's a lot of
Oh,
push-ups and
for sure.
suicides. Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
mean, not to that extent, but any athlete or any football player knows that if you guys have gotten in trouble, you're running a lot of suicides or something.
mm.
You've definitely gone through something like that.
And the suicides in football is not something that you wanna look look into. I
It's
mean,
too
like that's
far.
it's
Ang
too far.
layo.
It's not that's really suicide's too far.
Ang layo nun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like you're
So
running a 400-meter dash.
yeah,
Yeah.
too much. Yeah, it was but again, good choice, man. Good choice. I would choose that. And do you remember Glory Road? Glory Road. You don't remember that one with it was
Who's
also
the main
basketball.
actor?
The main actor was I forgot his name, but he was in one of the Avengers. I think he's in the Avengers, or he's in A-Team. He's in
Sounds
A-Team,
familiar.
right? And the movie was he was a girls basketball coach, right? And then he went to the university and had to coach one of the first African American player in the NCAA.
I think this
Right?
is ringing a
Okay.
bell. This is ringing a bell. I
Yeah,
need to
and
watch it more.
he had a
I
he
need
had,
to watch it.
yeah, he had a bunch of African Americans playing, and the last game was he said, "All I will do is play all African American. No white player will play." Watch it. It's also
Okay.
a
Is it on Netflix?
no.
Okay,
I think it's
I'll download it.
Glory Road. It's Glory Road. It's a pretty.
Okay.
It's at the same time as Coach Carter.
Okay, so maybe
Okay.
similar elements and style maybe in cinematic
Yeah.
execution. So I'll download that too. So anyway, um, I need some catching up to do with movies.
Same,
Oh.
same.
Yeah, anyway, let's go to our quick fire round. So we'll be asking you just a bunch of questions. You can just answer it one word. Some may be even answerable with a yes or no. Some maybe you just might have to blurt out some phrases. I can start off. Sir Jay, we know you're going last for obvious reasons.
I have two or three questions, pero sige, I'll reserve the last one.
Okay.
Sige.
So you
Let's do it.
you get to bring 3 teammates to an eat all you can buffet. 3 teammates from childhood or all the way up to UCFC. Who are those
Okay.
3 guys? Yeah.
All you can eat buffet. Ali Borromeo, because I know that guy can eat a lot. Kota Kawase. I don't know if you remember him. When we won the Asian zonal final, Japanese center back, the defender.
Yeah.
With you
So-
and Ceres.
Yes.
So yeah, when we would go out to eat and we couldn't finish our food, we would give it to him because he would finish it for us.
Ah. Oh, there's that one
and I'd
teammate,
bring-
Ivano.
Yeah.
There's that one teammate
Yeah.
that can eat all your leftovers, and he would not complain.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I
Yes.
forgot to mention also for viewers, we had Matt Nieras before, and he mentioned that his roommate, I forgot his name. He was also like the garbage can. So he'd get all
Really?
the leftover food and finish it. So
Yes,
Yeah.
we found the equivalent for Stallion and for Ceres back then. I think you have 2
Yes.
guys. Who's the last person?
Who's the other guy?
I would bring my roommate Jarrell Aristorenis. We always go out to eat, so might as well bring him as well.
And I just want to butt in real quick. So you're from the East. Well, they have in the USA. Is it gonna be eat all you can Chick-fil-A if you had the option? I miss eating Chick-fil-A as a tourist there. I don't know with you, if whatever choice that would be.
Might for a US one, Chipotle. I would go to
Oh,
Chipotle.
Oh,
that's a good choice.
That's
a
for
good
me.
choice.
All right.
Yeah, in high school I would eat that every day.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Here's the thing, especially if you see those Chipotle ads when you're watching American cable television, like you watch ESPN or TNT, then they're gonna show those Chipotle ads right there. It's like, man,
Yeah.
sana meron dito sa Pilipinas nun eh.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah. I've
Tasty.
I've wished for a long time for that.
Oo.
We got
Well,
Shake
there is
Shack.
Shake
It's a
Shack.
stop. It's a step forward. Yeah, Shake Shack.
Mm.
Yes.
So yeah, Claudia.
Alright.
Okay,
Is it my turn? Okay.
Yep.
yes.
So,
your turn.
all right. Wait. Before we ask, who was your favorite? Who did you idolize in soccer? Like, who was your idol?
When I was growing up, first was my brother for sure. You know, every time I watched him, I wanted to be like him. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was definitely, you know, the way he played, the joy that it showed when he played. Of course, Messi. Messi for me is, you know, the greatest footballer of all
Yeah.
time. So
Correct.
The
those
$1 billion
three.
man. $1 billion.
Good, good,
Billion
good.
dollar man.
All right.
Billion.
Okay, related to my quick fire question. If there was an earthquake, what is the jersey that you will get? Your first Askel jersey, right? Your first Askel jersey, or a signed jersey, a really rare signed jersey by Messi. A World Cup, let's say he wins a World Cup jersey, signed by Messi. Which one will you grab first?
I would get the one from Messi because if you go to my grandma's house, my mom's house, they have all the jerseys over there, so I can get best of both worlds. I would grab the Messi jersey.
It's safe. Your jersey's safe. Yeah.
It's not a problem. OJ can be. Oh,
Ako na na.
I'll just score a bunch of goals. I'll get called up. I got another jersey. No problem.
Oo. O kaya after the game, pag di nagagamitin, ibigay na kay Lamaba o kay Lola, 'di ba? Nandun na.
Yes,
Itatago na
always.
nila.
I always get a message. I want that jersey. You better bring me that jersey.
Oh, they're calling dibs already.
Calling
Yeah, I
dibs.
want the blue one. I want the
Calling
white
dibs.
She
one.
has jerseys literally from my first ever time playing football when I was 3,
Whoa.
4 years old.
Wow.
And all framed.
Yeah.
All framed.
Some of them just in a closet, one closet full of jerseys.
Yeah,
Okay,
that counts
so-
as a mini museum already, if you ask
Oh, you
me.
can build
It
it.
doesn't have to be framed. There's a
Yeah.
value already there. Yeah.
We call it the shrine.
That's it.
You have to take a picture of that shrine or post a picture. We'd like to
Yes,
see that.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
gotta.
Awesome.
Oh.
All
Yeah.
right. Next fire question.
Sir Jay, here
Okay,
we go.
my turn. Since you've mentioned Val Chauca and Jordan Bartlett with you, if you bring them to the football field, or if you force them to try football, who'd be a better footballer? Val Chauca or Jordan Bartlett?
Definitely Val. He's played football before, and he's half Peruvian, so he has it in his blood for sure.
So no remorse to Jordan Bartlett. you can flat out say he won't play football.
Yes.
He cannot play football. Just flat out, you can say that.
No
Straight
chance.
face.
No chance.
Okay, that was easy. Okay, that was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was easy. Claro, go ahead.
Okay.
You have one, Clara? I have one.
No, I was just
Okay.
thinking Jordan Bartlett's like a stopper. So I was thinking he'd be a defender or a holding mid, would be pushing everyone aside. Go ahead, Claudia. Yeah,
Okay.
before we wrap
I
up.
have one. If you were being like palo, you know what palo is? Spank, right?
Yes.
By your mom.
Oh, I know what
Would
that is.
Would
All
it
of us
be
here.
your mom's chinelas or the back scratcher?
I would definitely take a Chanelas because that wooden back scratcher is too much, too much for me. At least the Chanelas has, you know, a little bit of flexibility. The wooden thing is just.
Good choice. Good choice. Yeah.
Good choice. All right, Jay, your most common question. Here you go.
No, I have another one. But I don't know, it would be because the first one was very easy for OJ.
I think this
really
would be easy too.
disappointed. But I have another question. I have another question before my final question. Here's my second quick fire question. if you're a team manager of a football team and you have this draft, you are picking first overall, who would you pick? Stephen Schrock or James Young husband?
Now,
Yes, now.
I would choose Stefan Schrock.
Why? Mm-hmm.
The reason is,
so why in the
you know, well, for me, it's not just what you do on the field, but how you can, influence a team outside of the field. He's a great leader. He can play many positions. As you know, he was a right back. He can play left wing, center mid, anywhere on the field. He can help you. So, all respect to James, because James is my friend, and I love him to death. But yes, I would choose Schrock.
Yes, because the thing is, when it comes to I'm not sure, but on the Azkals rating, because you and James are actually the one who has the similar position, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, kind of. Yeah.
So yun yung tanong ko. So okay, so go ahead, Claro.
You good, Sir Jay, with your questions already?
Do you want me to fire the last one?
Oh, fire the last
Yes,
one.
again, go ahead. Let's go.
Okay, here's the last football question. We've asked everybody about this one. So you're doing a penalty shootout. Who do you think you could score against Neil Etheridge or Patrick Dato?
A penalty shootout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I say both? Because if it's a penalty shootout, I believe I could score it.
You can score against both of them.
I love the confidence. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bring out the McGregor walk.
Nice one.
Yeah.
It's a relatively easy time for OJ.
Yeah.
It's an easy one for OJ.
Considering he's an attacking player.
And then the next question should be, what's going to be your celebration after scoring again?
I wouldn't celebrate. I wouldn't celebrate.
We should have skipped to that. We shouldn't have asked this will you score part anymore. Just straight, what's your celebration? We can ask
Yun
that.
nga eh. Oh. We're just really forcing him to make his celebration dance right now.
That's true.
And launch it here.
Yeah. So anyway, before we wrap up, OJ, there's one more thing I forgot. You didn't play in the last game, but you guys clinched the title already. And the ball went straight at your direction, the sideline, and you just caught it easily. And I was with Claudia. We were doing the sounds. I was the announcer. And I was like, whoa. That's the hand-eye coordination. And
so maybe what helped me with that is, when I first started playing, I was actually, playing goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
really?
okay.
I was a goalkeeper.
Really?
Okay.
All right. Another question. So you were in the goal. You were a goalie. Who would you be able to block the shot? Benvenido Marañon or Robert Lopez Mendy? Whose shot would you be able to...
Well, I would say Mendy, because the way that Bienve shoots the ball, he never shoots with his laces. He always places it in the corner where it's the hardest to get the ball. So I think for me, that would be the most difficult.
All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Bienve is the top scorer in the AFC Cup in all time. So yeah. Anyway, that ends the quick fire round. But this isn't quick fire. Just one thing. Is it true that you were warming up as goalkeeper when the Azkals played against Azerbaijan? Because we only had one keeper that game. It was Dato. I think Roland Muller got sick. Would you remember? This is me just being curious. I never got to ask this. It's been a hell of a long time. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it was actually either Carly or Misak.
Okay.
Was this the one in Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played actually in the second half, like I think 70th minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was either Misak or Carly, because Carly is also really good as a goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, in the Challenge Cup, Etheridge Was thrown out of the game. Carly ended the game as keeper. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for like confirming that. But
Uh,
anyway,
For sure.
OJ, thank you so much for taking the time to join our podcast. Before we end, perhaps you wanna thank your fans in the UCFC
yeah.
fans
Any
for
message?
supporting you
But
guys this
actually
season.
I have one more question if it's okay. Just
Ang
one more
dami
question.
na.
I
Of course,
know.
of course.
This is the for the future of Philippine football.
Oh,
You've
nice.
seen the ADT play, right? The 5 games you played against them your first game in the PFL bubble, and from the time you started in 2011, did you see a big improvement from the time that you played in 2011 to where the ADT is now?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I noticed the how they were all together, like the way they played was all together, and they kind of had that chemistry, and that's what you want for a development team. Those guys want to be playing for a long time so that in the future they can play in the national team. So just to see that they were all in the same page, all in sync, that's definitely, an eye raiser, and it's promising to see what it's gonna look like, in the future, and for those players to come to the national team and do the same thing.
And they're hecka tall.
Oh yeah, they're
tall.
huge for a youth team.
Yes. Tell me about it. Yeah, they're tall.
They're not U22.
Tall.
Yeah.
These guys are tall, and they're built like they're built. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Tall
Gar,
and
so
wide. So yeah, OJ, perhaps you want to thank your fans and the UCFC fans for supporting you
Yes.
guys in a
Yes.
successful run.
Yeah, I just want to say, thank you to all the UCFC fans who supported us throughout this whole campaign. I knew it was a long time for us to play again, but finally we got it. And thank God that we came out victorious. And I want to thank all the viewers, not only UCFC fans, fans from different teams who tune in to watch these games. And it really had a buzz with the league. And I also want to thank the PFL for making this happen, for the broadcasters, for people like you guys, who put the sport, out there, and people can see it in the internet, watch it on TV. It definitely means a lot, and it definitely will help grow the sport more, on a positive note. And yeah, I just want you guys to tune in for next year, because I know it's going to be an awesome year next year. And yeah, stay safe. God bless, and see you guys soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
That's UCFC's OJ Porteria. Many-time
OJ.
champion.
Thank you guys for having me.
Ah.
Thank you.
I had a lot of
OJ.
fun.